Hello guys, today I want to show you my Assetto Corsa settings, especially graphics and force feedback settings. This is the resolution. I've set it to 1440p, but you can lower this setting to have more performance. I've set it that high because of my recordings. I want them to be as sharp as possible. For me, rendering mode is Oculus Rift, but you have an HTC Vive, you choose OpenVR. Vertical sync is deactivated because that is regulated by the Oculus Rift itself. Frame limit is set to 92 because the Oculus limits at 90 frames per second anyway, and I heard somewhere that it's good when you lock the in-game frame rate a little bit above this. Anisotropic filtering is set to 16 to have the most clear textures at the distance. Anti-aliasing samples are off because I use super sampling. I will show you this later. World detail very high and shadow resolution high. Now we come to the effect settings. I've currently set it to photographic, but you can experiment and see what you like the most. The overall quality I've set to normal, but if you have performance issues, you can lower it down or disable post-processing completely. Glare quality, depth of field, and motion blur are three settings that affect the clariness of your image. So if you want the most sharp image with little performance hit, you set them to off. The most important adjustments in View are the G-force and camera shake settings. You have to set them to 0 to have the most stable image. Hide virtual steering wheel is activated here because I need this for my mixed reality videos. You of course will set it to off. Here are my reflection settings. That's just something you can experiment yourself. You have to find a balance between looks and performance. So finally we come to the force feedback settings. Go to advanced. I've set gain to 85%. When you set it too high, you get clipping. It's different for every wheel. I have a Clubsport V2 from Fanatec. Filter I've set to 0. Minimum force to 3% to get a bit more feeling on the straight when the wheel is in the center. Curb, road and slip effects are at 5%. When you set them too high, you have a very nervous force feedback and you can't feel the important feedback from the car because they will be overlapped by those effects. You may have recognized that I have the Assetto Corsa launcher in windowed mode, and I show you now how I've done this. You go to the Documents folder, Assetto Corsa, CFG, and open the launcher ini with your editor. There you can find the full screen line and set it from 1 to 0. There is another setting I want to show you. It's in the same folder. You can find it in the Oculus ini, and it's called Pixel per Display. This is also called super sampling, and you can have a much sharper image because when you set it to 1.5 like I did, you have 150% the resolution of Oculus Rift. So it's kind of an anti-aliasing thing. And it's also a thing where you have to find the balance between image clarity and performance. If you want me to explain something completely different in my next video, just leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We see us next time.